Breaking NBA news in free agency, the Knicks agreeing to terms with Jalen Brunson. According to multiple reports, it's a 4-year deal worth just over $100 million. Brunson coming off a really good career year with the Dallas Mavericks, averaging 16 points, 5 assists a game, and the Knicks spending some of that money that they had in the salary cap this offseason. They had the second most of any team to spend in the NBA. Avery Johnson joins us from Dallas, where Jalen Brunson has played his NBA ball. Avery, you've seen him firsthand there. What kind of player are the Knicks getting?
Yeah, I've seen him play a lot, Chris. You know, this is the guy that knocked me out of the NCAA tournament in
Oh, no.
2018 when he was playing for Villanova. And I had a chance to watch him play, not just on TV, but the American Airlines Center, where he played a bunch of home games, is about a block here from my office. And just always has been impressed with Jalen's IQ, his basketball savviness. Obviously, he come from a lineage of basketball talent. His dad, Rick, I played against him when he played in the NBA. But they're getting a real clever point guard. And let me emphasize point guard. They're getting somebody that's going to be the head of the snake, going to be the engine in the car, a much improved three-point shooter, and a player that proved that he can carry a team for a couple of games in an NBA playoffs. If it wasn't for Jalen Brunson, the Mavericks would have never made it to the Western Conference Finals when Luka was out those first 3 games with that calf injury. So Jalen Brunson is tough. He's crafty. He's a savvy point guard. And Knicks fans, even though they were disappointed on draft night, they should be very disappointed, because I think this is a step in the right direction. Now, does this catapult them to being the top team in the Eastern Conference? No, but this is a step in terms of having a cycle one of really trying to transform this Knicks roster.
How does Jalen Brunson fit with the current pieces that the Knicks have?
Well, he fits because they don't have anybody on their roster like Jalen Brunson. Emmanuel quickly, he's got a Kentucky. He's an adequate, a reliable, probably backup. But Jalen Brunson is a starting point guard. And because he's a starting point guard, he's going to make guys like R.J. Barrett better. He's going to get shots for their shooters. Julius Randle's not going to need to facilitate the offense as much from the power forward position. He'll be able to play off the ball. But you're also bringing a winning NBA mentality. He's coming off of a year where he was a part of a Western Conference NBA team, even though they lost to the Golden State Warriors. But he's bringing that winning mentality. He's won 2 national championships down the street at Villanova. That's what the Knicks desperately need as they try to retrofit and basically overhaul the culture of their team.
The Knicks making a move today. It was the Atlanta Hawks who made a move yesterday when they went out and traded for DeJounte Murray. Knicks kind of in that same mold where they're maybe a playoff team, not looked at as a contender. But with this impending signing of Jalen Brunson, Sportsline is upping the odds from just 30% chance to make the postseason to a 42% chance to make the playoffs. Avery, I know you like the move, and he gives the Knicks something they don't yet have. What else do they need to get to where they want to be?
Well, they need to try to make a move for Donovan Mitchell. If Donovan Mitchell wants out of the Utah Jazz, and you can complete this backcourt with Donovan Mitchell and Jalen Brunson, then you take a significant step forward. R.J. Barrett, I think he has a bright future. He's not ready for the big stage right now. You got to get somebody, and then you need rim protection. So are they going to re-sign Mitchell Robinson? Are they going to make a play for a guy like a Rudy Gobert? But it's going to be Rudy Gobert or Donovan Mitchell. I can't see those guys moving forward, especially with the salary cap constraints. But I think you need another playmaker that you can pair with Jalen Brunson. And I would target a guy like a Donovan Mitchell.
How about for the Dallas Mavericks? You've got your superstar. The Porzingis thing did not work out. Where do you go from here in replacing such a young, talented player?
I think you better figure out how to get a guy like Colin Sexton. You know, Colin Sexton, who's probably on the outside looking in now with the Cleveland Cavaliers. I've had a chance to coach this kid. He's very explosive. He's another kid that can score the ball. I think he'll play well even if he plays off the ball with Luka. But more than that, he's a really excellent defensive player. And you gotta have some defenders, especially that can pick the ball up full court. And if you go back and look at his highlights when he played in college and when he was healthy playing for the Cavaliers, that guard that's like 6'2", 6'3", that really can fill it up, that doesn't necessarily need to be an assist guy. He can be a guy that can play well when Luka's even out of the game. So somebody that's in that type of a mode. I don't know if they're going to get in the Kyrie Irving sweepstakes. I don't even know from a salary standpoint if they can make the numbers work. We'll see. I wouldn't put it past Mark Cuban. He's in the past. You know, he's added Dennis Rodman to his team. So he's added Dennis Rodman. I don't know if Kyrie Irving is going to be that much of a problem. So we'll see if Kyrie Irving is that going to be a potential landing spot for him if it's not this year, but maybe next season when he's a free agent.
All right, Avery, thank you so much. Big day here in the NBA, of course. We had Kevin Durant formally requesting a trade from the Brooklyn Nets, and free agency is beginning with Jalen Brunson heading to the New York Knicks. They are still a real long shot, 150-1 to win a title. It's the Warriors who are the favorites to win what would be their 5th title in 9 years at plus 550. Then the Celtics, and then the Clippers, a team that you kind of forget about because of all the injury issues with Kawhi and PG-13. But they've got some money to spend in free agency as well.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.